Hey Flosstube, I'm Holly and welcome to my channel. This is Holly Stitches. I'm also known on Instagram as Colorful Crafting Holly, which can be a bit of a tongue twister, I'm finding out. Anyway, this channel is all about cross stitch. In the past I've done videos about other crafts like diamond painting and stuff like that, but my main focus is now cross stitch, so that's what you'll find here. Some life updates, some bit of rambling, that kind of thing. So today, since it's been a while since I posted a video, I figured what better way to sort of come back than to do an old-fashioned WIP parade. I know those are one of my favorite videos to watch on Flosstube. So I have everything all pulled out. It's kind of intimidating. I didn't realize I had as many WIPs as I do, but at least I'm organizing them because I have my pile of WIPs that are sort of on hold, kind of on the back burner that I'm not really focusing on right now, and then I have my much, much smaller pile of my focus pieces. And I have one single solitary finish. It may be small, but it's a finish. So since it has been 5 months since I uploaded a video, I want to start off by giving you a little bit of a life update. So if you're not really interested in that, just fast forward the video for a few minutes and we'll get to the cross-stitch goodiness. If it's not a word, which I don't think it is now. So here you go. So if you guys don't know what I do for a living, I work as a pricing manager in retail. So obviously I never stopped working. We never closed. So it's been a stressful few months, as I'm sure you can imagine. Came very close to attempting to go out on stress leave, but ended up deciding to just work through it. Not really sure if that was the best idea. Because I can honestly say that my anxiety is much worse now than it was before this whole thing started. But it's, you know, it's something that I deal with and I've dealt with since I was a teenager. So it's just one more, aspect to it. But yeah, so working in retail has not been easy. I've been screamed at numerous times. I've had things thrown at me. I've had people push me out of the way. I've had people cough in my face. It's not been fun. Part of the reason why it's been so long since I made a video is because I have not been very social. I have my roommate Tom, who I talk about on my channel. He's pretty much the only person that I interact with on a daily basis of my own free will. And sometimes I don't even want to interact with him. I would much rather be around my animals. I have 2 dogs and a cat. And in fact, if you hear a little bit of rustling in the background, my cat is going crazy because I've got all these bags and everything, and she wants to play with the zippers. But yeah, so it's been stressful, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be fully transparent. I came very close to just deleting my channel altogether. Didn't really think that, number one, I wanted to get back on camera and talk to you guys. Number two, didn't really think anybody would be interested. But I decided to give it one more shot. So here I am. And I'm not going to babble at you too much because, like I said, I've got a lot of stuff to show you. But I just want to let you guys know that I'm here and I'm trying one day at a time. I will say that especially over like the last month and a half, cross stitch has really been my saving grace. I used to be a big reader. I can't really sit still and focus on books much anymore. And in fact, the only thing that really calms my mind down enough not to stress 24/7 has been cross stitch. So I've been throwing myself into my cross stitch, which is why I have part of the reason why I have so many WIPs and so many things I'm working on is because I have to constantly be doing something so I don't stress out too much. So cross stitch has been a wonderful aspect of my life, and I'm very grateful for it. So anyway, I'm going to get right into it. I'm going to start with the my one single solitary finish that I have. I did this in about a week, so that tells you how small it is. But this was actually the piece that got me back into doing cross stitch because for the beginning of this whole thing, I wasn't doing anything. I was working, I was coming home, I was sleeping, I was getting up and going back to work, which is sort of a cycle that I go through when I'm feeling anxious and depressed. That's like something that always happens. I work, I come home, sleep, get up, go to work again. So this has gotten me out of the funk that I was in. Oh, it still has a needle in it. Anyway, this is going to be a present for my roommate Tom for his birthday next month. And it's small, but I love it. I think it turned out really cute. Dogs leave paw prints on your heart. This is a Lizzie Kate. It's a small little Lizzie Kate. And I really, really love it. And I got a couple more of her patterns that I'm going to use as gifts this year. Because they're quick and they look really cute and I love them. So there you go. And like I said, it took me about a week to do. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, where the hell I'm going to throw all this stuff as I go through it, but I'm going to show you the stuff that is, obviously a work in progress, but not a focus right now. And then I will show you what I've kitted up, and then I will show you the focus pieces that I have out that I'm working on currently. So we'll get started. First of all, I think this is the first one. Yes. First of all is one that I do not have a printout of the design because it was a PDF, and so I will try to remember to insert a picture, but it is Red Riding Hood by the Primitive Hare. I'm pretty sure. If not, I'll correct myself in post-production. Listen to me, I sound all official. So this is how far I've gotten. This is a, I can't remember the name of it, but it is 32 count. And there's a lot of trees. Very little color. I think there's only like maybe 4 or 5 colors. Yeah, I'm using a piece of fabric that's way too big for the pattern. So I was having difficulties working on it. That's part of the reason why I put it down for a while, because it was just frustrating me. And I don't want to work on pieces that aren't making me happy. So, there's just a lot of trees. So it's one color. And I originally got like the fancy floss for it, but I only got one. Learning curve, I guess. I've been doing cross stitch for only, like maybe 2 years now at this point. I learn every day, but I got fancy floss, only got one, didn't realize I was going to need extra. So that was another reason why I put this down. But it's gorgeous, and I love her designs. And I love that they're PDFs because, as I think I've mentioned before, I much prefer PDF patterns because I use them on my tablet, and I just find them easier to see because I do not have the best eyesight in the world. So yeah, so this is Red Riding Hood. I really love it. I haven't been motivated to pick it up right now, so it's not in my list of priority projects right now. So I tried to be somewhat organized so this video wouldn't be like 7 hours long. So let's see how successful I am. Okay, so this is another one. It's been so long since I picked this one up. I don't even remember the fabric being this color. But it is, let me take it out of the plastic, otherwise there'll be a glare. It is Night Walk Down by the Blue Flower. It's so gorgeous. I can't remember who I saw working on this. It might have been Nick Stitches. Has anybody heard from her? Because I was looking on her channel the other day, and it's been a while since she uploaded a video. I've been so out of Flosstube, so I have no idea if she said she was taking a break or whatever. Yeah, I love this. It's so pretty. And I have this on, I know this is a 28 count Jobelin. This is my first time working with Jobelin, and I have to say, I really like it. I've heard mixed things from people about this fabric, but I personally really like it. I don't really have much started on this, so everything looks backwards on my screen, so I apologize. So I'm finding out as I stitch more, I really don't like borders. They're time consuming and not very much fun. So this doesn't look purple at all, but it is like a lavenderish purpley color. And I am doing it in the called for Fancy Floss that I made another mistake. I think I ordered all this stuff at the same time, that I only got one. And as you can see by the design, that border is going to need more than one skein of Fancy Floss. So, again, yeah, learning. Okay. Sorry for all the rustling sounds. Alrighty. Moving on. Okay. So, next one. This has a sticker on the front, so I'm going to take it out of the bag so you can see the pattern. Or not the pattern, the design. Okay, so this is Quaker to Halloween. I believe that most of these that I'll be talking about first were in my last Flosstube in my haul. So this is a sampler, obviously small, but there's a lot of stitching packed into this small area. And it's on the called for fabric, which was a 32 count. Was it 32 count? Dirty Belfast by Zweigert. I have a little bit more progress on this. Jesus, everything is like... There we go. So, not too bad. And again, I thought that this was going to be like a super fast stitch because of the size, and then I realized it's 32 count. This is the first time stitching on 32 count, and it took a bit of getting used to for me, but I like it. I like it way better than doing 18 count or 16 count. My favorite is 28 count or just 14 count plain Aida. I'm not a snob when it comes to fabric. There's nothing wrong with Aida in my opinion. Over the last month or so, it's been kind of exciting because I've gotten one of my best friends into cross stitch, so she's been asking me for a lot of advice, which is cool. She was asking me about what's the best fabric to start with, and I told her, I said, just get plain white Aida. And she did her first design, and it was little, but she did such a good job, and I was like a proud mother. Now there's my cat. My cat's just losing her mind. Okay, this is another one that I am not working on currently, but Frank's Place. Is that Frank's Place? Frank's Family Portrait by Glendon Place. That's what it is. I've shown this many times on my channel. And show you how far I've gotten. Oh my goodness. So that's as far as I've gotten. I've gotten like a page and a half into it. Not too bad. Her face and her hair are so cool. I've gotten to the top of his head. This house, man, this house was no joke. It drove me crazy. I've done so much frogging on this piece, and yeah, but I love how it's coming out. I think it looks great, and my intention was to have it finished by Halloween, but I'm not gonna make it, so I might as well not force myself to work on it if I don't want to. And my new goal is next Halloween. How about that? But I really like how it's coming out. And this is 14 Count Monster Mash by Picture This Plus. Her mouth looks really funny because it's not stitched. Okay. Alright, moving on. This is another oldie but goodie. One of the first ones that I started, and because of fabric issues, have not continued with it. Do I have a picture? Yes, I have a picture of the actual design, because I know I can't show you the pattern. This is When Life Gives You Demons, Make Demon Aid by the Witchy Stitcher. And it's in black and white, but it's in black, white, and red, as you'll see, because I've got quite a bit of the middle done. But again, I chose the wrong fabric. This is it might be 14 count, it might be 16 count, I'm not sure. It was I did this before I started keeping track of the fabrics and everything on my phone. I had a lot of trouble with the black in Demons and in You. I just can't see the holes. I mean, I have really good magnification, but I don't know if it's just this particular piece of fabric. I can't. I had a big trouble. I had a lot of trouble just seeing the holes. So hopefully I'll be able to finish this one day. I think my cat has given up going after the zippers now. She's just frustrated. Okay, so my next one is, I don't have a picture, but everybody knows what it is. It's the giant Harry Potter. Never got past the border. My fabric is all wrinkly. But this is as much as I've gotten. I got excited because when I started to get to the owl and Ron's sweater, I thought, oh, now we're cooking. Now I'm going to get really into it and just like fly through it, at least fly through the rest of the border. No. I was really happy with the way Hedwig came out. But again, this huge, massive piece that I just got a little bit tired of doing. I got a little tired of working on it. But I'll go back to it. I know I'll go back to it eventually. We always say that, don't we? This is another one. Very disappointed. But I've also talked about this on my channel. I've had a lot of problems working on this piece and made sort of a half-hearted attempt to start it up again. Didn't really get very far. And it is the Animal Almanac by the Frosted Pumpkin. I have nothing against Frosted Pumpkin. In fact, I'm working on another Sal by them that I'm really enjoying. It's just this. I just can't deal with it. I got as far as January. I finished January and did the border for February. And I have not worked on this in a very long time. It's just very fiddly. You know, there's just a lot of changing of colors, and it's very busy, in my opinion. And I was stressed out by how long it was taking me to do each part. That's why I'm trying, another thing that I'm trying to do is I'm trying not to do too many stitch-alongs, because I'm not the fastest stitcher in the world. And trying to keep up with stitch-alongs is just, yeah, can be stressful. I don't know if anybody else is like that, but for me it's stressful. And I'm trying to give myself less stress, not more. Okay. Alright, so this is another one that I super excited to get, and made the wrong choice with the fabric. You can kind of tell, like, a lot of the stuff that I started when I first started doing cross stitch, I made a lot of mistakes that I'm not making now. So I made the wrong choice on the fabric, and I was already too far along to start on something else. So it is Prairie Moon. Merry Christmas. I don't think there's any more progress on this since the last time I showed it to you. But here we go. That skeleton dog took me forever. I frogged it so many damn times. Not sure what the problem was. But yeah, this is Picture This Plus. It's 18 count haunted, I believe. And as I said, I do not like 18 count. For whatever reason, I have a harder time with 18 count than I do with 32 count, which, you know, is kind of strange. But it's just my eyes. Doesn't matter how much light I use, it just kills my eyes. So I'm better off using 32 count. Or 28 count, which I much prefer. But again, like a broken record, I'll finish it someday. Hopefully. And this next one is not really a put away for later. I've kind of decided to give up on this project. This is the first cross stitch pattern that I'm officially just giving up on. I just know that I'm never going to finish it. It was a struggle to get as far as I did, and I got not very far at all. And it is the 2020 Linen and Threads Mystery Sampler. This is what it looks like now with all the pieces out, or up to September. And it's a lovely design. It's very pretty. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Okay. I didn't get very far. And I was using these lovely, what are they called? Sorry, my eyes. These sulky threads, which I love. The variegated, really nice to work with. And I was doing it on 28 count ivory. And this is as far as I've gotten. It's very pretty. And I like how it looks. I mean, I like how much I've done and what it looks like. I know that there's issues with this. And I think the butterfly might be too close to this. And yeah, it was just very slow going for me. So as of right now, I don't think I'm going to continue. I might change my mind. You never know. But as of right now, it's a DNF. Okay, moving right along. This one I never took out of my Q-snap, and I don't have the design to show you, but everybody knows what it looks like pretty much. It's Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow. Again, no update, no progress since my last update. It's just, it's a lot. Love this fabric. This is 28 count Mushroom Lugana. Love it. One of my favorite fabrics to use. Yeah, just haven't been feeling it. I really like how the hill and the graveyard looks. I like how it looks, even though I made a mistake in Fred the skeleton. He has an extra rib, or an extra bone. But I decided to leave it, because I think it makes him look like a badass. But yeah, it makes me sad to look at it, because I was so proud when I started this. I was so proud when I did the border, and it you know, the count was right. Because it's my first time stitching on 28 count, and I was afraid that it was going to be off, but it was right. So, there you go. Oh boy. Okay. One more on the WIP that I'm not working on right now. And this is actually one that I picked back up and started working on it again not too long ago, because I decided I didn't like how I completely screwed up this part of the tree. It's, oh God, what is it called? Oh my goodness, I have to look. So, forgive me, I'm just checking on my phone because I want to make sure and give credit. It was a PDF from Etsy. Here it is. Oh, okay. Stone Street Stitchworks. Don't know if you'll be able to see it on my phone. That's what it's supposed to look like. And it's called Book House. And this whole tree is finished, thankfully. But I had to pull almost the entire tree out, rip it out, because I was off by like 3 or 4 stitches. And I was going to try and work around it, but it was just hurting my brain. So I pulled it all out, finished the one tree, and I'm like, you know what? I'm done with this. Yeah. And then I couldn't find a floss because I don't know if you can tell. Like, these are light colored stitches on the bottom that's supposed to represent the pages of the books. I've tried so many different color variations to try and get it to pop on this particular fabric, and I just can't find anything that works that will actually show up. So I just decided that I was going to do, I think I used like this pale pink, which isn't with the sampler primitive motif, but, or it's not something you would use with a sampler. But I decided I liked the color, and I know it's there. That's what's important, because I couldn't find anything that would work. Even up against the darker thread, it still doesn't show up. But anyway, I like how this tree looks. And silly me, I thought, oh, I think it only has part of the tree on this side. No, it's got another whole frickin' tree. And this was such a headache. I need a break before tackling the other side. And then there's all the writing on top. But I love doing letters, so that probably would go fast. So. And I believe that is all of my WIPs that are on hold currently. So now I'm going to show you stuff that I've kitted up that I haven't actually started yet. So, okay, this one. And when I say kitted up, I mean I have the fabric picked out and all the floss. I just haven't started it. So, but you guys know what it means. Okay, so the first one is Halloween Witch by Darian Jones. I'm a big fan of Darian Jones patterns, but then when you look closer, there's a lot of backstitching. And I enjoy backstitching. I find it relaxing, but there's a lot in her work, and I have never really done a pattern with a lot of backstitching, so that's kind of what keeps me from starting it. But it's so cute. She's so cute. And I think I'm just using some, yeah, I'm just going to use like a regular piece of oatmeal color data. So there's that one. Oh God, I got stuff everywhere. Thankfully, I'm only partially OCD. Otherwise, I'd be losing my mind. Okay, this is another Darian Jones. And I'm not sure, I'm not 100% sure on the fabric choice for this one. I wanted to try and find one that was more like the model piece, but I can't seem to find any anywhere this color. But it's Trick or Treaters. Look how freaking adorable this is. Look at that. Look at the dog. I love it. I love it so much. And I believe this is the same kind of fabric that I had for the Witchy Stitcher, and you know how well that turned out for me. So I don't know if I'm gonna. I might still hold out to try and find a piece of like medium blue. Does anybody out there know where I can find a big piece of medium blue that's like not 18 count? If you do, let me know, because I would much rather use that. Next one. Oh, this is also a Darian Jones. I can't tell how much I like her, but this is in black and white. This is before I changed the the ink in my printer. I only had black ink. Another Halloween. Sensing a theme. Halloween family portraits. This is a newer design. And you see the same witch. I love it. It's so cute. It's so cute. And I'm using, I will be using, do I still have the sticker? Yes, I do. 14 count Ada doubloon by Picture This Plus, which I think will look really nice. So yeah. Oh, I feel like there should be more that I've kitted up. Okay, so this one is, this is another Lizzie Kate. And To All a Good Night. Adorable. This I had to order on eBay. For the longest time it was sitting in my cart on 123 Stitch, and then when I went back to buy it, it was sold out, and then suddenly it was sold out everywhere except for eBay. So I ended up paying, this was like $5 on 123 Stitch, and I think I ended up paying like 10 on frickin' eBay because I had to have it, and still haven't started it yet. But I am going to use, this is 25 count Lugana. It was a piece of fabric that I won from Bestitch Me, I believe. So it's plenty big enough. It's the right color. I believe it was from Bestitch Me. But this is like really, obviously it's a small one, same size as my dog paws one that I finished, so it won't take me long to do it. So there's that. Okay. Next one is one that I have intentions of starting soon. I was a little disappointed because, you know what I really like, even though I love getting PDF patterns, I love when on wherever you buy it, tells you a list of the flosses that it calls for. Because when I order a pattern, typically I like to go ahead and see if I either have the flosses or order them. I was not aware that this called for a lot of variegated floss, which I do not have. I actually just got some variegated, but I don't think anything that will go with this. But so I had to make a separate order from 123 Stitch for the variegated. So I was kind of annoyed. But I love the pattern, and I'm a big fan of this designer, Jody Rice. It's designed by Jody Rice. And she has a whole series for all 4 seasons. And this is for the winter. Look at that. Just look. It's gorgeous. Look at the, oh God, so pretty. And this little thing, it's not even that big. Let's see how big it is. 113 by 113. It has like 25 different colors, including 7 variegated. So I almost started this last week, but I'm using just plain ivory colored 28 count. Next up, this has been kitted up since last October. I finally just decided on the fabric, so I did make one change, and it is the Universal Monsters from Witchy Stitcher. I decided to do the black and white version, just because I think it looks more interesting. I also have Chopping Mall. Her Chopping Mall Sal was probably the first Sal that I kitted up. Still never started it. It's in one of those situations where I didn't like the fabric that I picked, and I just never started it. But I plan on doing this one. And this fabric I just think is perfect for it, and it's from Bestitch Me. I don't remember what it's called, and I don't have the sticker, but it's this bright orange, and I think the black and white and gray and everything is going to pop really well on this. So, let's see if I have the sticker somewhere in here. Oh yeah, here it is. It is by Bestitch Me, and it's called Dreamsicle. I love it, love it, love it, love it. And it even looks kind of like the fabric that's called for. So, go me. Okay. One more. And then we get to the ones that I am currently working on. And recently, by recently I mean like maybe 6 weeks ago, I jumped on the Lindy Stitches train, found her videos on YouTube, and just fell in love with her designs and her videos because she's so charming and sweet, and I just think she's great. So I've gotten quite a few of, oh my god, what is going on with my hair? Sorry. Gotten quite a few of her patterns. This was one that I just fell in love with as soon as I saw it, and had to have it. And it's called Ride Forth Singing. Such a simple pattern, but it's gorgeous. And I don't know, I know it calls for kind of a pinky looking fabric, but I decided to go with mushroom because as I said, I love this fabric and it's really easy to stitch on. And I think the floss will work well on it, so we'll see. Okay, so that's everything that's kitted up. Now I'm going to show you what I am currently working on, like my focus pieces for right now. So, first up is my very first piece from Tiny Modernist. I've liked their designs for quite a while, but if I'm being 1000% honest with you, they're kind of expensive. Because I just finally decided to give in and order their, what is it called? It was a stitch along. It's this ginormous piece on black fabric that has all the different sayings on it. Because again, I love working on letters. They go really fast for me, and I enjoy it. But that's like $36 just for the pattern, because the frame is free. And I'm just being a cheapskate. But I love their designs. Their designs are great. This is their, I think it's from 2018, their Christmas stitch along. And again, it's in black and white, but you get the idea. It's so cute. And I am in love with the fabric I chose for this. And it's again, Picture This Plus, and I think it's called Glacier. I'm not 100% sure. And of course I didn't save the sticker. But it's gorgeous. Very Christmassy and holiday. This is how much I've gotten done. I usually try and work on this at night before I go to bed, when my cat will leave me alone long enough to do it, when she's not trying to eat it, or eat the floss, or eat my needle. So I really love it. So that's obviously one of my focus pieces right now. Oh, God. 1 minute. Sorry, I dropped my tube of needles, and I did not want my cat to find it. Okay, next up is a focus piece, but one that I have not worked on in a couple of weeks. And oh, for fuck's sake! Oh, oops, sorry. I don't have the the pattern in there. I apologize. But everybody knows what it is. It's the Suffrage Act. Oh, here it is. It was stuck to the back of my Q-snap. Little House Needleworks. Everybody and their mother knows this pattern. But this is how far I've gotten. Going pretty well on 32 count. I really like it. The dress is giving me some issues, but I'm enjoying it quite a bit. Still have hope that I might get it done before Election Day, but I will not beat myself up if I'm not able to, because you know, I've come to the realization that I don't stitch nearly as fast as I thought I would. You know, and so there you go. Okay, so next one is another one. It's the new Sal by the Frosted Pumpkin, and it is their Mystery Way Sal. And unfortunately, I don't have the cover of the design to show you, but this is as far as I've gotten. Mainly, I wanted to show you because of the cat, the little cat. Look at her. Look at her. She's so cute. And then the smiling pumpkin. So this is another one. Like, it's very fiddly, but I'm enjoying it. Love the fabric. I got the kit from them. This is a Picture This plus Whimsy. Can't really tell on camera, but it's kind of purpley, and I just love it. And I'm enjoying this. And this is the second part. And it's one part comes out every 2 weeks, and there's only 4 parts. So I'm really enjoying it. And yeah, although I did have to frog out a whole bunch of stitches over here because I was 2 stitches too far this way. I still have to frog out the last 2 of these. I swear, frogging is part of the reason why I get so frustrated and give up and move on to something else for a while. Okay, okay, so this is another one by Satsuma. This is their Halloween sampler, and this was when my printer was running out of color ink, so it looks really funky. Ghastly Greetings by Satsuma, and this is as far as I've gotten. This is my first attempt using black fabric, and I'm doing pretty well. This is just regular 14 count Aida, and I tried on a piece of 18 count black Aida that I had. No. You know me and my hatred of 18 count, so I gave up on it. But yeah, it's working out much more smoothly with the 14 count. I have to say, it's smaller than I anticipated. I know how long it is, but I mean wide-wise, it's like really small. I expected it to be like twice that size. So it's weird, but I love how the colors pop on the black fabric. So I need to get back to this. I haven't worked on this in a few days. Okay, just 2 more. One that I've actually started, and the other one that I plan on starting tomorrow. The one that I plan on starting tomorrow, another Lindsay Stitches. This is what did it for me. This was the first video that I watched by her, and when she showed this, I about lost my mind, because I'm a big fan of horror movies, love Dracula, love anything vampires, and this is her new fall pattern. I think she's released 2 so far. She's got 2 more coming out this month. This is Dracula's Confession. Look at it. I love it so much, I'm going to do both layouts. And she's great because she included both layouts when you buy the pattern. This is making me sad because I'm having a lot of issues with 1, 2, 3 stitch. Listen, it's just me being petty and impatient, but they are taking forever to send stuff out. Like forever. I ordered this, I think the day after she released this, which was like 2, 3 weeks ago. The day after I ordered it, and it was supposed to ship in 2 days. It still has not shipped. And I contacted them, and they're like, no, it's not being held up by the fabric. We have the fabric in stock. It's just like, I think it was a floss or something. But everything that I ordered, is listed on the website as being in stock and available to ship in 2 days. So I don't understand what's going on. It's just frustrating. But I'm going to do the horizontal version first while I wait, because I had fabric for this. So I love it. Is it upside down? Well, this is the vertical version. Oh my god, I do have it upside down. Jesus. Okay, that's the vertical version. They both say the same thing. I love the shade and the shadow, and would be alone with my thoughts when I may. It's just different layout, obviously. So this is the one that I'm going to do. I'm going to start first. And I'm just using regular, which one is this? This is Sand Lugana. And finally, I have one more. And if you have stuck with me for the whole video, bless you. It's another Lindy Stitches. And I fell in love when I saw it. There's the blue-footed booby birds. I love it. Oh my god, it's so pretty. So cute. And it's called Beach Dance. And I started it yesterday. And this way. I did the border. And it lined up, amazingly enough. This freaking thing took me hours and hours to do this. Again, I hate borders. I really do. But it's small, so it shouldn't, like the rest of it shouldn't take me long. But I love it. I love the design. And I just love her. I love her designs, period. I could easily do all of her designs from her website. And I think that's it. I think we've come to the end, finally. Almost an hour later. That's not too bad. So, there you have it. It's my WIPs, stuff I'm not working on right now, stuff I'm focusing on, and the stuff that I have waiting in the wings. Thank you so much for watching my video, for stopping by, for sticking with me. If you're new, welcome. I hope you find something that will entertain you. And leave me a comment. I love interacting with you guys. Hopefully things will start to calm down in the real world sometime soon. But until then, we have cross stitch and we have each other. So thank you so much for watching. I'd really appreciate any comments or suggestions you might have. So leave me some love down there, and I will talk with you very soon. And happy stitching, you guys. Thanks for watching.